Curtis K.I. Wire.
I got a special guest here. That person is, of course, Recoechi in a building one time. Hold on, I said it right? I said it right? I said it right. Okay.
You said it right.
Because you know what? Leave it up to the pronunciations around here. You might for sure hear me saying stuff like Recoechi, Recoechi.
Ricochet.
Oh,
Good,
man, I can't call it. It is a pleasure to have you here. He made a big first impression upon us with not only the music but his visuals that he had along with what he's doing. Not you making fun of my phonetic spelling. Yes, I said Recoechi, and he definitely let me know, like, nah, like, let's start there. Before I get to this intro, let them know what the origin of that name is, because I think it's what's helping me remember to say it correctly this time now.
Man, you know, I'll keep it short, man. My dad was, I got it from my dad. They used to call him Rico when he was younger. He was from the projects of Robert Taylor Holmes, man. He was like the only Puerto Rican there. Robert Taylor Holmes was a big, huge project in Chicago. So I got it from there, and then I just added Shy because I love my city. I'm from Chicago, you know, so Rico Shy. And then my mama spelled it like Recoe. I used to always think I ain't had no Christmas gifts sometimes because she spelled it like that. I'm thinking I'll spell my name Rico. So that's how I got the name for real. Like for real.
Man, well, like I said, you impressed us with the music you showed us, and it was no surprise when I heard that you from Chicago. What are some misconceptions about Chicago in general that you think the rest of the world may have based upon, you know, we all kind of get different windows or points of views that we can have of what's going on there, depending on if you're listening to the news, if you're listening to your favorite artists. Some of the most amazing artists and individuals have come out of Chicago, but what do you think is a common misconception about Chicago in general?
The only, like, I would say the only misconception is that it's not like artists here. They only, you know, people here in Chicago, they only focus on drill this, drill that, drill. And it's like, it's so much more than that, that's here. It's artists like myself, got artists like Moyana. She comes straight from the studio that I'm from. And it's just like, you know, you got the Savas of the world, the Mick Jenkinses of the world.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? That come from Chicago too. And it's not a lot of light shed on that. The press here don't cover us like that. And I just keep it a buck. Like, the press here really don't cover us, but the press that do, shout out to These Days, man. So if I miss you, please don't be offended. But it's a press here that really goes and try to find artists, and they care about the music versus platforms that just won't gossip. You know, so it's a lot of platforms that just won't gossip in Chicago, and that's like been like sinking what people are able to see from us. So
yeah, and when you're speaking about media, I mean, it doesn't help when you got, you know, certain voices out here that we've been very critical of, like a DJ Academics that run a whole damn channel of you know, Warren Chirac, and then when you start to see folks like Vic Mensa, it's a certain energy y'all be having. I don't care what part it is. There's a certain type, and I feel like maybe that exists for a lot of folks who perceive us from being from Southern California, being from LA. Like, there's a certain energy that's associated, I think, that you need to have a thick skin of. Seeing Vic Mensa in that moment where he's like, I should slap the taste out your mouth. I said, oh, that's Chicago.
Hey, all of Chicago felt like that. Most of us felt like that when he said that stupid when he went up there and did that shit, man.
Yeah.
But don't nobody really like Academics, man, for real. Don't nobody like him, man, for where we from, bro.
Well, let me give you a formal introduction. Today, we're joined by an artist whose name has been bubbling heavy out of Chicago, somebody blending spirituality, vulnerability, and real-life storytelling into something that sounds like its own lane. I first came across his music on Critique My Beats when he submitted a record that immediately caught our attention. Since then, his rise has caught the eyes of Pitchfork, Rolling Stone, Pigeon and Plains, and more. He grew up on the southeast side of Chicago, took inspiration from artists like Pac, Lauryn Hill, Kendrick, and Cole, and turned it into a spiritual, purpose-driven sound that feels refreshing in today's landscape. Please welcome once again, Recoechi. So, we here. First time I heard your music was obviously through Critique My Beats and a submission that you sent. You think you sent like 2 or 3 songs through. Do you remember, first of all, what made you send it in? And what did that moment mean anything for you in that moment that you submitting that music off?
Oh man, I submitted it because man, one it's Curtis King TV, man. Like, if anybody that's watching this knows, this is where you go for real music, man. That's period. It's like there's nowhere that gets real critique or that critiques music for real, for the music, for the art of it, for the love of
Come
what
on.
we call hip hop and music, you know. So I'm like, man, the love I got for it, I care about my baby. Let me send it to somebody that cares about music, and the fan base here really cares about music too.
Yeah.
Everybody in here care about music, man. Whether you, it ain't even matter what level you at. All of us are still artists in development. Every single person that watch this channel, we all are artists in development. And like real talk, I told Kurt, like I told you, man, you like a coach in a sense, even for myself. So
Right.
I'm sending that music to you, like, man, what Curtis think of this shit, man? I need Curtis critique on this shit. I don't give a fuck about, like, I really don't give no fuck about no Chicago critique or
Ew.
no media platform for real here, because I know what the type of time they be on. But
Yeah.
man, I had to send it to Curtis King
I
TV,
appreciate
man.
that. No, I appreciate those
For
kind
real.
words. And that's something that this is why I make sure that this is a community based thing, because I don't have all the answers. But it's always a beautiful thing to when I hear something and I'm like, ooh, do y'all hear that? And I go to the chat and I'm like, oh no, they already on it. Like they see the vision already.
Come
And
on.
do you remember what record it was that had initially caught everybody's attention? Like, was there one that was more in particular? Because I want to refresh their memory. Was there, what
Yeah,
record was that?
it was called The Godly. It was called The Godly. It had like a church aesthetic, more of like a refreshed vibe. It sounded like we was at church, you know what I'm saying? I played The Godly and I played Concentration USA.
Let me play that real
Uh,
quick, if you don't mind, before we get into some more of these questions. I need folks to get
yeah.
a stark
Oh, man.
reminder. The Godly, once again.
So do we got God up in the building? We got God up in the building. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, come take a seat. Come take a seat up at the table. It's time to eat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ultra, I'm feeling impulsive. Feel like I'm finally ready to read off my scars and feeling repulsive. Feel like the pivotal moments of life with difficult level of ultra. God just sending me tools, the number one rule, develop my culture. Like if I just tell my story, consuming the blues and losing my focus. I can't fake a facade or paint a mirage like I ain't had feelings that's hopeless. I symbolize the human attitudes to flavors. Sometimes become dark crater when you deep on that Darth Vader. You forget to use lightsaber. See Rico a lifesaver, but ain't never been no sucker nigga. I pray to God to please heal all of my clucking niggas. To fucking graves, I wanna see us go vertically. Between the streets of conscious rap, I walk the line perfectly. I got these itches perking me. The people want that real shit. It's a gap in rapping, I'ma feel that bitch urgently. Like Hercules, I had to balance out the Hades. The fame make niggas crazy, I just know it won't sedate me, but
Are things good or bad? Usually work together.
Do y'all remember now? Do you remember now?
At first, but it's
Sheesh.
unexpected.
yeah.
What you gonna do when it comes for you? What you gonna do when it comes for you?
I said, what you gonna do when they come for you? I said, what you gonna do when they come for you? I said, what you gonna do when they come for you?
Yes, from the Flavors album.
What you gonna do when they come for you? That they can spit that kill shit. I'm here for the healing. Tell you pop a pill shit. That resort to drilling. Rap game, a bunch of drug addicts. A bunch of niggas influencing shorties that they'll never be more than above average. I'm from the city's corners that clean around the way. And the superstars that pack up and they go move to LA. I came with these messages, the universe sending us. I know we got to send this, only 5% of us.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. One more round of applause.
Thank you.
It's funny because I'm over here trying to look for my backup, but this is gonna be hilarious. I don't have Curtis King don't have his somebody gotta tell the truth button because I went and deleted a bunch of stuff.
That's my shit too. You gotta try to
I'm gonna find it before the end of this conversation. I'm gonna find it. Like, it's pissing me off right now because I'm low key looking at this and I'm like, nah, that don't even sound like me right now. But man, talk about that record, man. Like what goes into the process of creating a record? It's so many layers to this. There's so many conceptual layers. Like, where are you starting at when you're kind of approaching something that has this many layers to it?
To be honest with you, so I'm in the studio where we made the song.
Okay.
This studio shapes, man. This is my artist developed style to Renzel Wave. He owned the studio. I want to shout out everybody that's on that record, Denzel Lavelle, Jazz Star. But when we created this record, it initially started with me just doing I was doing freestyles to stuff. And one of the first freestyles I did was to Erykah Badu's Other Side of the Game. So a lot of the times when I just feel like when I'm feeling heavy, like I'm like, man, I gotta get it out. Like I pin to beats even though I ain't got them because I've learned from that situation. It taught me like, no, I got the community around me that helps me build the music. Like, you know, my man's damn, I forgot his name. Otto played the keys on there. There's some keys played on there. We got horns from Icy. And Rizal did the drums. And so Jazz Star, Denzel, they came in and did the vocals behind it. But in my mind, I'm like, man, we gotta make something like in our mind, we was like, man, we gotta make some intro aesthetic. Like we need an intro aesthetic for the album. And I'm like, man, this would be perfect. Like I got this verse I ain't used before, but that second verse
you got wrote it to something else.
Yeah, I wrote it to the other side of the game.
The other side of the game. That's right. Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, man, but the verse was too precious. It was like, man, it's literally where I was in my life, and I'm like, nah, we got to build something around this. And Zell literally like made the tempo. Yeah, you
sounded like Denzel. I'm leaving here. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something. This verse is gonna land on something.
This verse gonna be on something, and as impactful it is, man. I had to really shed layers of myself though. Like when I write, man, I really tell my story. I want to tell it true. I want to tell it raw. Even about like how I'm talking about the drug addiction and stuff like that in there with how the rappers are today. I faced that problem myself, but I also know it's a choice to stay there. And it's a choice that we make to leave that space too. And what we put out is like, these are powerful frequencies. So it's like this other kids that's hearing this stuff. And I remember when I was growing up, I'm one of them kids listening to music and I'm seeing what's tearing my spirit down, making me feel less. And I know it was making me feel more like, nah, you can do it too. It's like college dropout to a fucking Life of Pablo. Like Pablo is a good album, but what I'm saying, like the context of what's being spoke about on there. One gives you hope, the other one is like, I'm gonna pop my shit more than and you can't do it like I can do it. Yeah. It's like it's a different aesthetic. And so I know what I wanted to represent for my city, for my people. And that's the type of artist I am, man. I gotta give people hope. And that's what the Godly was about, because you know the intro is like it's a trap banger. So from there we lead a trap, go right to the church. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah,
and it's interesting that the sort of the throughway in all of this is the neo soul era. You're talking about. I mean, I heard you say you could do it too. First thing I thought about was Pharrell on the In My Mind project, and how much of the music that was like almost like the cutoff in that era. Even Kanye, that was the cutoff of like the last piece of reaching for the sky type of music, right?
Yeah.
When I listen to I Wonder, when I listen to We Major, it sounds like I'm not where I want to be. But I can see a vision of that, and I want to inspire you. But like you said, a lot of the music got to a place where it stopped feeding into that, and it started to, I guess, pull and take more from the consumer than it did in terms of giving to that. Where do you think the root of that comes for you besides the music? Like, why do you feel like make that a priority to make sure that you're leaving the people with something as opposed to taking like everybody else doing in this yard sale called music?
But to be real with you, it's like it comes from me just wanting to inspire, man. And that's literally, it's no like voodoo magic, none of that. It's like I just want to inspire people because I know I was at a place where I was not inspired. And it's like, if I'm gonna speak, if I know these words are powerful, if I know people gonna be playing it on loop, I know the type of energy I want to represent. So when you think of Rico Shy, you gonna think of, man, I'm gonna go to Rico Shy when I'm fucked up. And there's a lot of people, like I got songs on Flavor's album. When I perform live, people come up to me crying, bro. Like in real life.
How do you deal with that, bro? How you deal with that? Because I remember the first time it happened to me, and I'm like, I didn't sign up to be nobody therapist. I just made some songs hoping that y'all was gonna like it. How did you deal with that when somebody came up to you crying for the first time because of your music?
Man, I hug them. Like for real, I give them a tight ass hug, man, because it almost made me cry. Because when I wrote some of the songs, it's like, man, dog, this is why I do it though.
Yeah.
I do it to make you see or feel hope within yourself, man. Like whatever it is, man, it's hope that I want you to feel when you hear my music. And when it works like that, I prayed over something like this, and so it happens. So when it happened, I'm like, man, God, that's an affirmation. I thank you for that, and I thank them. I give them hugs. I affirm them. Like I really love my fans or whoever music come up to me like, man, this music touched me. I hug the fuck out them, like for real.
Yeah,
like real talk. Yeah.
Hold on, let me look. I'm done playing because it's about to piss me off how I don't have my button right now. This is so unprofessional. This is so unlike me. I ain't lying. Look, like I got the.
You ain't lying.
You didn't say it too much. That's the point. My finger was like, yup, there. Oh, I can't do that. And what I'm not finna do is hit another button from a Chi-Town resident that says, I ain't never hog-tied nobody. That's what I'm not finna do. That's what I'm not finna do in this interview.
I be making jokes with that damn call. I'm like, for the hog tie? I be doing that just randomly, bro.
If I told you the amount of people that I've sent that text to, with or without context, and when they say, what does that mean? I just disappear. Like, I like the awkwardness of I ain't never hog-tied nobody. My problem is I have a big heart and I gotta stop. Oh my God. All right, I'm looking forward now, but as we continue, so I want to get into really your origin and your influence. How did growing up on the southeast side of Chicago during the Chief Keef era shape your voice as an artist?
To be real with you, I'm not even finna lie. Like, man, so I'm from 87 Stony Island. My family rooted in like one half of my family is rooted in the streets, and the other side of my family, it's like they from the streets. We from my family, both sides of my family from the projects, period.
Right,
but it's like, you know, influenced by gang culture all around me growing up. I did shit myself. So growing up in that era, like even we would go downtown and people just be robbing people downtown in the Michigan Ave.
Wow.
Like taking iPhones. Like this was a regular thing.
Yeah.
Like, when police flooded on Roosevelt at the McDonald's because niggas going down there just fucking shit up.
Right.
So coming up in that era, like I'm not gonna lie to you, I would literally be in school, and people that in school, I never lie, like people that's in school that I went to school with could even vouch. Like I'd be in there literally reading my Bible, searching for God throughout my whole life. Through my whole life, I feel like my journey with God been like since I was like 12 or 11.
Right.
Like, so even when I went to high school, I'd be in my school, like literally reading the Bible, trying to find God. I'd get out of school, I'd be with my homies robbing people. Yeah. Like real talk. So just off the strength of that, like healing from that situation, and really, because everybody wants to be Sosa, everybody wants to be Chief Keef. It felt when Chief Keef blew up, everybody was like, man.
Whether you was in Chicago or not, the Chief Keef era even produced a nigga named Slim Jesus, who I will never forget. Like as crazy as, I know that wasn't the name you was expecting. I know that wasn't the name you was expecting either.
I was not expecting that name, bro.
As many crazy things happened at that time period. A nigga named, he wasn't even a nigga, named Slim Jesus came out and said, and it had an interview where he said, "Oh, I don't be drilling or nothing like that, because like I'm not stupid or nothing. Like I just do it for the entertainment." And I'm like, Doug, you are playing with a real lifestyle that affects people on a daily basis. Why do you think that's okay? But I mean, you give a lot of perspective in terms of, you know, the necessity. It's interesting because I feel like that's reminded me also of the power of a project like Good Kid, Mad City, and that is an image that exists in every hood that you can think of. Is that there's that avatar that's like, oh yeah, I got family that's associated. I got family that's deep, knee deep in the streets, and I have but one or two people I could talk to and be right there with them. But I'm making decisions that are pointing me in a different direction. Let me ask you this, man. So, as somebody that is inspired by the likes of Pac, Lauryn Hill, Kendrick, and Cole, what did kind of diving into those artists' music unlocking you creatively?
So one of them was just being like truthful. A lot of it. If you pay attention to those three, even three of those artists that you just named are all Geminis. I'm a Gemini, and like I would cling heavy to like Gemini rappers, but at the same time, the thing is with the like even with the spirit of Pac, how he went from Tupacalypse now to Don Illuminati, he was afflicted by something to become the Don Illuminati. That's that era of Pac, but before that, the Tupacalypse now. Words of wisdom, songs like these actually gave niggas wisdom, but it was like making it cool. You didn't have to like I was just with man, shout out to D Twilight Tone, man. I was just with I was staying with D Twilight Tone up in Miami. And one thing he said was like, you know, people have taken the music and the image of that type of shit and have put that gangster shit out there versus putting the love out there. Hello. And so when Pac first started, he was putting that love for hip hop. Hey, we need to be like this. We need to be like that. Right. And they made the revolutionary like, oh, this nigga talking about he's a hotep type of nigga. He's that, he's this.
They try to put it into a box. Yeah.
Yeah, we finna be on this gangster shit though. And this what we on. Like, and that's what really I gravitated towards Kendrick. I gravitated towards Pac because I saw myself in them. And then I gravitated towards a Cole, you know, because Cole was really rapping that shit too for his homies, but also what he was around. I'm like, man, why the fuck I can't rap about my stuff? Lauryn Hill was just purely like, man, Lauryn Hill is everything to me. So like when I was listening to her music, I'm like, how do I differentiate myself from what's popular out here and really create but at the same time really create something that's from that soul, but also make people feel like, nah, he a part of us. I ain't trying to attack nobody from the streets, but I'm also trying to show you like, yo, this is another element that they took away from us, and we can't forget like the rap game want us to be a certain way. We got power when we all come together and we become community revolutionaries, whatever the case is. Yeah, that's our power, man, and we got to bring that back. And that's what my era, like, that's what I'm on. You know, that's what I'm represent. So, yeah,
I think for a lot of people who kind of had doubts about the power of, really, it boils down to the power of the tongue, but the power of a lyricist, the power of an orator, the power of a speaker in a sense of being a rapper, being an MC. I think a lot of people got a rude awakening of how powerful of a position that is when you started to see people who were opposing the culture, like, for instance, MAGA rappers who were having like lynching imagery in videos. And it's like, but y'all are still rapping. To me, if anybody ever had doubts, and you shouldn't if you've ever participated in this, if you've ever had doubts about the power of rapping, they're literally using it as a tool to combat your power, a tool to cut through and get into the conversations, but they can't get in those conversations unless they can get on beat, unless they can paint these pictures in a way that speaks an entirely different language that, if you're not tapped in, you're not tapped in. Hold on, I'm gonna plug this in. I just didn't want to be rude, but I found my button. I found my button, man. I found my button.
We need that button, G.
We need that button.
We need that button, G.
And I just put up your link too for your social media. So like ladies and gentlemen, are actually to the YouTube. So make sure you go subscribe if you're not already subscribed. This is something that, you know, we had been having a conversation of, because we are approaching a new project that is dropping that we're going to be blessed to be able to hear in its entirety here very, very soon. Well, before I get to the conversation about the album, I want to ask you about spirituality and purpose, because I heard you mention a lot of things. You mentioned things about the Bible. You mentioned things about really trying to be the change that you could see. Let me ask you this. You know, your music has a spiritual foundation. Where do you feel like that comes from for you?
Man, it come from my mama. I ain't gonna lie. I lie, but my mama, she's praying for me. She probably praying for me right now. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. But she pray every time I leave out the door.
Hopefully it's not because you were Curtis King. I promise Mama, he good. Protect him on that channel where they be in there talking reckless. No.
No, but man, I felt like, you know, I come from a spiritual family, man. Right. So my family really didn't do, like, we weren't like big on church. We were big on like affirmations. We go to church at 9 every blue moon, but I feel like we knew like real spiritual practices, like hearing it from our grandma, hearing it from our great grandma, how she used to
Right.
burn frankincense, push the spirits away. This is a whole deep dive into
Mm,
another spirituality that I don't even think I could go into detail because it'd be the whole interview. But
right.
just know, like, I'm gonna just give a short glimpse of it. But like, so it hit me super heavy. Like it probably like my little brother, he a little spiritual, but not as deep as I am into it. So it hit
Right.
me like super heavy. And I see the impact that words had early. Like I would see, like I would fall in love with how the ministers be flipping their words and being like almost lyrical when they preaching. It's like, man, that hit
Yeah.
me. You know, that hit me in a different way. And I'm like, damn. Then I started really falling in love with hip hop because then I started identifying who are the rappers that rap like that. And you could feel they spirit through the music. Like
Mm-hmm.
you could feel a spirit through the music. And pop, that's why I always talk about Tupac. And then, Kanye West was definitely one of those profound voices. I loved Kanye West growing up. I loved the fuck out Kanye. Can't nobody tell me nothing about that. I mean, today you can. But
Right.
can't nobody tell me about Kanye back then. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we had. That's what I fell in love with for real. Those one-liners. He ain't even
Yeah.
got to rap super fast. He put a lot of energy into the emphasis on how he pronounced, and his cadence was super profound,
Yeah.
man, prominent on them tracks. And so I'm like, how do I get to that level where I rap with that cadence? So when I rap, it comes from my stomach. Like I know how to, like when I rap fast, it'll come like from the vocal cords up here. It's like more wordy up here. But
Mm-hmm.
when I'm really trying to perform live, people
Yeah.
will see me perform straight from the gut, and the power hit differently. But that's all due to the spirituality.
I think, and I'm glad you made that comparison to the pastor being like kind of our first introduction to what an MC is supposed to do, right? A master of
Yeah,
ceremony, what a rapper is supposed to do in that. The
come on.
ones that are on the right side of it, the ones that have a spiritual foundation. You mentioned Pac. Pac to me sounds like he has the raspiness and the fire of a Southern Baptist preacher. He's rapping about Hennessy, but it's still you hear you hear the energy in it, and you
Come
realize
on.
even in a Hennessy. That's not
Come
that far
on.
away from, I told him these, and I told him, there's so much that we can pick up on that finds its way into the way that we speak, the way that we interact with each other. And I remember somebody once said it. I can't remember what video it was, but he said some of the most powerful voices in the hood traditionally have been three voices, right? The voice speaking specifically about men. It's either
Yeah.
the preacher, the what was it? It was the preacher, the teacher, or the gangster. The
Mm.
teacher, the preacher, the gangster. And you think about how many ways that finds its way into the different positions that we play as men in these neighborhoods and where we've been. We've all been in positions where maybe we had to get into some gangster shit. Or maybe we had to get into
Come on.
maybe we had to be the voice of reason, or maybe we had to teach
Yeah.
things that we had the privilege of having an older brother or a sibling or somebody that told us about things. But I think that all of that, man, it's interesting because, Chicago was entering a new creative wave, and you talked about a lot of these names that are circulating, the Sabas, the Mick Jenkins, and where do you feel like you fit within that landscape? Because you got a very unique sound, even apart from them.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. The difference of like the where I fit, it's like I'm in my own lane because I'll tell you this is like I'm really from like yeah, I had my mama and daddy in the crib, but they could only control so much,
Sure.
and it's things I've witnessed, it's things that I was a part of that they later on learned that I was a part of as I got in high school, like my dad going in my room, finding guns in my room, shit like that. It's like
Mm,
I was really a part of the fucking streets. Like I wasn't just no like nigga, I'm just out here rapping from a
right.
third person
I'm not
perspective.
looking out
Like
the window,
no
document
this
nothing.
no no, and this ain't even no this to like no J.
Right.
Cole or nothing like that. But it's like real talk. I'm not that, man. I
Yeah.
really represent this. And I go out and I use these stories that I've been through. Like I be in school teaching little kids, man.
Mm,
Really, really like I say like just last year, like it was a kid in class, like off perks, man. Like we had to take him out the class and put a
wow.
cold towel on his head. Like these are the kids we going to try to save. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I come from that, doing them drugs, doing ecstasy at 16 years old, 17, like really, really fucked up out here. You think you know why these shorties fucked up? Like you had the video of the little kids fucking that lady up and shit like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
because that shit, these kids come from parents that don't really teach them nothing. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So that's why our community is the way it is. So it takes for me to realize that my responsibility as being an MC, being a member of whatever you want to call it. I ain't gonna say it on camera, but like being like a part of Chicago, being a rapper, all that. It's a culmination of understanding my responsibility and being like, man, nah, I'm gonna stand for something different. I'm gonna take the stories that I learned. I'm gonna take all of these experiences and I'm gonna move different with this shit. And
yeah,
I get respect, mad respect for it because a lot of us ain't choose this route. I still got homies right now like that's knee deep in the shit, but they tip their hat to me because they know how we started out.
yeah.
You know, so now they hearing me come through with music and I'm speaking about God so profound, bro, because I done found myself, you know, just as a man, you know. So
Yeah.
that's what my, you know, that
Wait,
answer.
and it's interesting, man, because I feel like it comes at a time, you know, it's dope to hear you talking about doing the work with the kids, and to the point where when things are not, they're not an easy thing to see. Like you said, a kid that's tripping off of the perk, like that's not an easy transition to have for something where you're there to help, right? And
Yeah,
you never know what somebody's walking into that classroom or that situation. You never know what they fought to get there to begin with.
yeah,
First person I thought about was D1. D1 came here a few years ago with the homie Murs to record a project that I produced on, and D1 was kind of giving me a really real perspective on some of the things that he sees, and he sees it up for you know, he sees it right there in front of his face with these kids, and it's
yeah,
like, how could anybody, especially a God-fearing man, look at the stuff that's going on in music, look at the stuff that's being projected on TV, the imagery that's in these movies? How can you look at that and just say, oh, it's just entertainment, when you see the direct relation or the direct effect that it's having on a very impressionable generation that their brain
yeah.
won't fully develop until they're 25?
It's like niggas like that, bro. I'll tell you something about that. They either just don't know, they don't know no better, or they don't want to. It's like they don't know no better. Somebody need to teach them. Somebody need to show them.
Yeah.
Or some of them just be like, man, I'm not. They favorite shit to say is, I ain't a role model. I ain't sign up for this. It's like they don't understand the responsibility God gave us with having this
Right.
microphone. They don't understand that, and you give them grace because it's like everybody not chosen to do that shit. You know,
Yeah.
everybody not gifted that understanding of, hey, okay, this is why I step in and be the responsible fucking adult and tell kids like, nah, gee, that shit ain't cool. But I tell you this ain't throw nobody under the fucking bus.
Mm-hmm.
They also not doing that shit because some of them still fucking involved. Now we gonna keep it just like that.
Yeah. Well, I tell you that you said, hold on, look at that.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
I told you I was gonna get that button. I wasn't down
Go
here
on,
just
go
fooling
on.
around with the computer. I told you I was gonna get that button. I told you it was gonna happen. That, and then also too, I think a lot of them don't want to come to the reality that if what I've been saying has had a tremendously negative effect on the people that I've listened and I've streamed to millions of people, how much damage have I done?
Come on, talk about it.
Cause
Talk about it.
if I gotta come to grips with that, oh man, you know, I was talking to that boy Vic. He goes by Master Student on Twitter. He has these amazing hip hop threads, and he was just talking about an issue he had with Aiden Ross, and he was like, I touched his soul by doing mirror work. Like I just showed him himself to himself, and he didn't know what to do with that. And I imagine no matter how powerful and how rich somebody may be, like an Aiden, you can't get past that. Is that at some point in time when these cameras go off, when everybody goes home, when the chat's not chatting, you got to look in the mirror and be faced with, I can't compartmentalize forever. And I've done a lot of damage.
You literally can't. You can't, man.
Yeah. Man, so, I mean, it's one thing to be, you know, a man of the people. It's one thing to be in these communities, but then it's another thing when it starts to get that notice from major publications, like I said, from Pitchfork, Rolling Stone, Pigeons and Planes. What has that early recognition taught you?
It taught me truly to stay to continue to do what I'm doing. It taught me like the power as an independent artist, the power of publishing and knowing how to brand yourself. uh as an independent artist, we all out here, we trying to make music and shoot out little content and shit like that. But it's like if you are not building a world truly around your story, like these people won't even write about you. They tell you, Pitchfork tell you straight up, we don't accept everybody albums, but we'll take a listen. You know what I'm saying? Publishing company we was working with, Biz3 Marketing. They like, man, we'll listen to your album, but that's not a guarantee on they gonna work your album.
Right.
You know, because what the fuck are they working? You know, but when my story and how my music sounded, it was like, man, it's a green light. And look at God. Like when these people, when they sent it out to these publications and things of that nature, it started a whole, no, who is this guy? Who is this guy? No, we do want to talk to him. Like, this is interesting because of the climate of what Chicago is today. You know, this is something like refreshing. That's the word that I've been hearing so much when people hear my music. This is refreshing. This is refreshing, bro. You are setting a new standard for Chicago artists, you know, because even in this bitch, I ain't gonna lie to you, people don't understand. Like we right now, how Chicago artists are, like, you know, even though I shouted them guys out, don't get me wrong, I love them to death. I don't think we'll ever get to a point where we could have like, probably one day I pray in history, I might have to lead the way. But like we all get on stage like on some pass the torch type shit because everybody in their own lanes, man.
But you know what? You know what though? I'm gonna tell you from somebody that has been in a similar mental space. I never thought I was gonna see what I saw at the Kendrick Pop Out event. And so much of what you're saying right now, because Chicago has been so much of the focus of negative publicity, so much focus of, you know, not shining light on the full picture of what makes up Chicago, it sounds like the way that people were painting Compton. So when I hear you speak about this, I'm not drawing a direct comparison. I'm just saying there's a lot of things in common that I hear you saying. And because you're the person with that vision, to me, it just shows that even if it's not right now, even if it's not tomorrow, even if it's not in 5 years, the seed has been planted. Because I tell you this, as many opposing neighborhoods as I saw on that stage, I never thought it was going to take burying a Canadian to make that happen. I never thought that was going to be the. Who would have predicted that burying a Canadian was going to be the reason that all of them came together? Like, we won't come together just off the strength of just. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But the Canadian, oh yeah, come. So you just never know. You just never know.
Man, that's something I pray for, man. Like, for real, man. Because you would think artists that rap alike or in the same lane, right, pushing each other to the top. It's not like that.
No, it's not.
Not in Chicago. No.
Man, so I want to get in the project. I want to get a project talking. I want to play some of these records because you got some exclusives for us. First and foremost, what does your creative process look like? Are you writing daily? Are you journaling? Are you freestyling? What does that world look like for you?
So I'm not gonna lie, man. I be in the studio all the time. I definitely journal. I have a note. I use my notes and my voice memos the most. And then that's how I piece together like my raps. It'd be like thoughts throughout the day. Like how I even write a rap, I get the first 2 lines and then I think of the outro lines to a verse. And I just fill it in. It's like a puzzle. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that shit be coming to me. Or it'd be like the voice memo. I freestyle literally gibberish to how I think the verses sound. Like however the verse goes, what pockets that sound cool. And I literally go in and I pen the same flow with the pen now. I'm going in there and I'm figuring out what words go where. Oh, I was trying to say this right. I got it. So I'm always in the stew, man. Like for real. I'm always in the stew. Always. I'm always in the stew.
It's interesting because I've been having this thought over the weekend as I was listening to Miles Davis and stories about John Coltrane and the way that they kind of find their way around solos and they find their way of I forget who said it, but like he was saying that there is no wrong note. It all depends on what notes you play after, right?
Yep.
And so I think about when you're sitting with these voice notes, it may sound like you're falling off the pocket until you follow it up with something that's like, oh no, that's just a pocket I wasn't expecting. but it's the difference
Come on,
between
come on,
the
come
moments
on.
where it's like, ooh, like
Yeah.
I can make this look like an accident, or I can make this look like, damn, this nigga's a genius. I had no idea you had that kind of.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
important. How intentional are you about balancing your message, melody, and emotion in your music? Because those artists that you name, so much has shifted since their dominance in the game.
Yeah, man, real talk. You gotta, depending on, I always, what I ask myself is like, what am I trying to do? You know what I'm saying? I ask myself, that was the first question I asked myself as an artist. And what I asked my mentees is like, how far do you want to take this? You want to be at the Grammy stage? You want to play the game?
Mm-hmm.
You want to be like on some Earl Sweatshirt shit where you just like, you develop a strong ass fan base and you can tour and you can go around the world still and feed your family very fucking well because you have an independent fan base like that. Like, where do you want to be? And I'll be like, man, for me, I want to be every fucking well. And so I make hooks, I focus on hooks, I focus on melody, but the message has to be pure.
Yeah.
Like that's bottom line. Like whether I'm on like even with the intro to my album Flavors, like it's trap and it's a fun record, but it's real fucking shit being said in there. And I'm telling you where I come from. I'm telling you what's going on.
Yeah.
Like literally where I was when I was making the album. You know what I'm saying? So it all comes from a true place. It never comes from a fake one. It's never imaginative world,
Yeah, well, specifically speaking on that, so you have these concepts. We were talking about the Gali and how multi-layered they are. Do you find yourself more often than not writing and then allowing it to kind of help you go in the direction of what the song's going to be about, or do you kind of go in there knowing what you're going to talk about? Like, do you hear a beat? I'm sure it's a mixture. It is for most of it.
Yeah, it's a mixture. Most times, like for instance, the Gali, that was a premeditated one. Like, I got another song on that album called "Feel Some Type of Way," a true story front to back. But the next song, about my sister that passed away, where it really made people cry. Like when I'm speaking from a perspective of her. I like sat with this. I heard the beat and the beat made me start thinking like, man. I start sitting like thinking like, man, no, I could hear her speaking to me on here. And so I rapped from the perspective of my sister speaking to me like, hey, this is what you need to do in your life. You gotta stay focused. You gotta lock in. Like if you ever hear the songs called "Hear With Your Eyes," Rizal Wade produced it, but that's how I started that song. Even I just envisioned her talking to me, and that's literally what you hear on wax, like literally.
Yeah. And I feel like you said it well in that, your foundation, or you alluded to it, that your foundation is already in that you want to maneuver from an authentic and a pure place. And I think a lot of folks get to a place. Yeah, my condolences. But I think a lot of people operate from a place where they're thinking. They're thinking commerce first and then trying to usher in artistic tools. And, some people do it better than others. I think 50 was one that found his own balance, right? But, there are a lot of folks now, man, like for instance, I really enjoyed the project that Chance the Rapper did this year. And just finding ways to say what you want to say in a way that doesn't feel like you're reheating cold fries. Right, it just always it always feels fresh. That's important. So talk to me about this new album. What's the name of the new album?
So the new project that we got coming, it's called Act 2, The Body of God. And I didn't, to be real with you, I know we live right now, but I had submitted I submitted stuff from Flavors that was not heard.
Oh,
but I would say this. I'm gonna say this.
So should we just wait then? Because I mean, we still got the reviews to get to. If we need to wait, we'll wait because we're gonna get this full project from you.
Yeah, because man, because I could look. I don't know how your shit work.
You independent. What we talking about? We both independent.
I could send over how the Body of God sound right now. Like literally, I can send that shit to you right now while we on it. But it's up to you though. It's up to you. I already know my manager watching, so he gonna literally send it immediately if I give him the green light.
Yeah. Well, if you're talking about the full project, we already got that plan.
No, just two. Just 2 tracks. Just two tracks. I'll let y'all hear.
Let's do 2 tracks. Let's do that. So if you can, have your manager send that over. Y'all want to hear 2 tracks? Hold on, let me make sure my button still work, huh? We doing that? Are we doing 2 tracks from the new project? So as you getting that right now, let me ask you some more questions about the project before we listen to some actual music. What does this project reveal about you that your earlier music didn't?
It's revealing that I know exactly where I am today. Like I literally know exactly where I am today. Like I know what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. Like I said, the first one was called Act 1, The Elixir of God. These are EPs that I'm gonna be releasing in between my albums. And so the acts are man's journey with God. So the Act 1 being the elixir of God is the medicine. It's like it's cleaning out what we gotta do. It's cleaning out the musical palette of today. Even what we feel should be like, man, these music should be out here. We should be out here more. It's cleaning all the rubbish out. And that was the elixir of God. This one is Act 2, the body of God. It's me embodying now what I am and what I'm capable of and what I feel like I was called to do. And that's what this album is about now. And it's establishing I feel like I've established myself to a T as a professional artist. I'm not just I am an underground artist to a T, but I'm not, if you like in the city and stuff, like a lot of people see me as an artist that's blowing up right now. And so like I'm real life putting that energy out there in this album.
Yeah. And I got a theory about this whole underground conversation, because I think there was a point in time where when you said underground, people looked at that as if you're underground and trying to make your way to higher levels or mainstreams and whatnot. But I feel like we're living in a time now where I think Shock G was a prophet. I think we're living in the digital underground. We're in the digital underground, and that you're going to see what I'm doing as an independent, and that's just in 4K. You're not going to have to hear about, and this is no disrespect to the masterpiece of the world, about word of mouth of, yeah, he used to be out of his trunk, or E40 used to be out of his trunk. No, I'm going to let you see it in 4K, and I'm going to post it so many times that you're going to have to know my name, and you're going to have to know the work that I put in. So I do feel like that's the difference, is that we have the kind of reach through social media, through what we're doing. We have kind of reached that our OGs could only have dreamed about. Can you imagine Master P with an Instagram or a TikTok in his heyday?
Come on, man. You don't know what you really see. You don't know what you really see, man.
Thank God some things was in the 90s and granny video, like the Freaknik. Like that might be something that you don't want to have.
Man,
you might not want that right now.
Man.
Yeah, it was. I seen that documentary. It got treacherous. So yeah, there's certain things that it's like, you know what, that might have been better to be in that era that it was, where the videos is grainy and all that. But I say that to say that I do feel like we're in a special time. You and I having a conversation about the things that we are, and having people in here who are tapped in, and not having to pay a crazy amount of money for us to sit down in front of each other for an interview. I'm grateful that we were able to do this through Critique, because this is where we met you. Were you able to get that music yet? Because I got one more question before we get into the playing of that.
I'm waiting on my manager to tell me now.
Even if you want to send it to me, if you want to just send 2 tracks directly to the same email he sent these other ones, because if not,
that's what he doing.
Oh, you doing? Okay, yeah. If not, we can always just play the records you sent. So, last question I got you about the album, and then I got another one that's there. But if listeners take one message away from this album, what do you want it to be?
Act 2 or Flavors?
Act 2.
Act 2. To follow your destiny, man. Like that's what this whole project is about. It's about embodying what you feel your true calling is, and being patient in your time of development. Right now, we all think we all be moving and shit. Like everybody think just because you moving, you got motion and shit, but you ain't moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Don't rush yourself. Be patient in this time. God is developing you. Yeah. God is truly developing you for this season. Whatever season you about to go into, you don't have what you think you should have now, because you are not, you think you're ready, but the Most High do not think you're ready. And that's something I had to understand too.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
heavy.
that's what this is really about. So before you get to the next level that you want to be at, make sure that you're looking around, you're being grateful for what you truly got, you remembering where you started from, where you are now, you know, and don't forget that shit. Like, that keeps you humble, that keeps you grateful, that keeps you in a state of grace. Grace rules the world. Grace is the key to life. It's the key to happiness.
Right.
And so remember these things when we want it and we trying to get to where we feel like we should be, but it's like, hold on, man.
Hold on.
Because if not, some fixing.
Because if not, you're gonna have to repeat that lesson. You know,
God he said he sent.
Yeah, I got it. I said, if not, you're gonna have to repeat that lesson. God didn't send me around that Monopoly board a few times. Like,
come on.
I was so close to Park Place. I was so close to owning that park, and then he sent me right back. Go to jail. Don't pass go. It's like, come on, girl. Like, I thought this was the time, but you know what? It's always the right time, and I get to the point where it's like, I'm so glad God engineering this. I'm so glad God taking the wheel, because if it was up to me, I'd have crashed it a few times on accident.
For real. I'm gonna throw this context out here too. Man, make sure y'all, for every independent artist out there, man, just get you a solid team around you, though. Like, for real, man. Shout out to my team. Like, I love my team. Like, my team know me very well. Shout out to Closed Sessions. Shout out to DJ RTC, Nate, Anna, Renzel Way, the studio safes. Like, everybody knows me well. They know how passionate, how fucking dedicated I am. The work ethic is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, this all in me. And just a fair warning. The first track, The Body of God, we got a special feature on there, but he sent the empty. So it's like, you gonna hear the first verse.
Oh, nah, you playing with us. Nah, you playing with us right now. First of all, you ran an audible. Hold on, now that button don't work?
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused.
That's what you get. That's the button you get for that one. How dare you?
You gotta tell your boy Mick to shoot that over. All right, then. All right.
All I know is every time I go to my barbershop, there's a picture number 17, and I'll be forgetting to send it to him. And I said, I'm still getting to know Mick. I said, I don't know his sense of humor quite like that. I just know he got a great one. But I was like, one of these days I'm gonna take this picture and send it to you, and I'm just text it to you, because every time I look over there, I talk to my barber. I'm like, do you know Mick Jenkins? He like, yeah. I said, you know he on your wall over there, right? Number 27 on that haircut. I'm telling you, it's somebody out here posing as Mick Jenkins, and they side and they as a side mission. I promise you. So Body of God, this is supposed to be featuring Mick Jenkins, but you know, right now it's I guess we got to settle for Rico Shy, huh? Oh man.
All bullshit aside, he had something happen. He said he had something happen in his family, man. So send him y'all love, man. Send y'all love, man.
No, send him positive energy. You know, we just forced to sit with your talented self. Oh, we just got Rico Shy.
Come on, stop, man. Stop, man. I'm grateful. I told you.
Here we go. Body of God by Recoechi. No, I'm playing. Like I said, I figured it out. I figured it out. Thank God. All right, here we go. This is the first record, Rico Shy, and this is Body of God.
Don't rush your season of preparation. Embrace it. Let Yah mature you before he multiplies what's in your hand. And remember, whatever gift he's given you, it's not about your recognition. It's about what you're reflecting. For it is written, and I'm glad I remembered that. It is written that, so all of us shall reflect the glory of the Lord. And the Lord makes us more and more like him as we are changed into his glorious image.
See what no? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who produced this?
Act 2. Yeah.
Renzel Way.
Another chapter to my life, this little book of mine. Be like morning pages when I write, the tingle in my spine. I can feel the rage as my insight is really out the lines. Don't get no fuck about what you think is right on pages, story time. It ain't easy when you off that devil's pie. I died 1,000 times, 1,000 cries, 1,000 whys. I cut the lines up in my arm, I couldn't think of lines. I was off them drugs, them broken fixes really fucked my mind. Until I found divine. Now watch me crash the culture. Seen Jesus walk, his spirit talk, then he became a vulture. Niggas forgetting where they from, but get online and boasting. My niggas on the block for real, jeans be the hostess. Lost our innocence as kid, the streets will force you older. Shot my cousin, mama house, my baby cuz not out the stroller. Even with God reside, calamities upon rewind. My generation fried, niggas snorting perkies live. Who the fuck gon' guide? Turn the leaf, God come save our people. It's a risen rhythm in the street. We all know it's evil. Pray to God for death out to the streets. They destroyed our people. Fuck the CIA and all police. Made this shit get lethal. Niggas be forever, fuck a peace. Mortal Kombat needles. Niggas fall forever to defeat. Seen them cut our cables. All antennas used out to retrieve a potent Satan signal. Somehow can't rebuke, but all receive. We all fucking blind. I said we deep up in these scary times. All poison by to get it high, get in minds. I'm just praying for protection against all the crime. I'm just praying for protection against all the crime. No deflection, I surrender, give you all of mine. Where the warriors detect them, give me all the sign. My dream be a revolutionary army. Every gang, every color. The body of God.
Imagine the path, the stone,
the body of God.
fighting under one revolutionary army.
The body of God. The body of God.
Yikes.
The body of God.
And why they want to get rid of me? Because I'm saying something that might wake up some other exploited people and some other oppressed people. And it's all these people.
Say it again.
I said, you can cut it now. It's gonna go on.
You can cut it now. You gonna play something like that and say you can cut it now.
Right, you can cut it now.
You can cut it. What if I don't want to cut it? What if I want to listen to the rest of this 5-minute instrumental for the next, you know what I'm saying? And
Hey, I be doing it all the time. That nigga Rizal snapped on that motherfucker, man. We made it in this room right here.
All right. So basically, I'm gonna need a feature before you hard to reach. All right, I'm gonna need a feature before you
man,
hard.
Forever, dude.
Look.
I love you like crazy, man.
Come on, bro. You already know, and I feel blessed to be early in this conversation. I need that feature before you be like, hey Curtis, you know you're my boy, right? But I was talking it over with the team and just
it'll never be that.
You know, look, you know, like you my dog. Like before you have to sit me on the question. No, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because a year from now, when you like this, because I see it, bro. I see it. When you like this, I'm finna be like, hey man, remember you was on my YouTube channel? You were like, you want a few dollars or something? Like, hey man, I just wanna rap with you. Amazing work, bro. Incredible. I can't wait to hear what Mick been doing with this. Man, Mick has been on a tear this year, bro.
He one of the best rappers in the world to me.
Period. I don't want to hear that best out of Chicago, even though that means something. Best, one of the best pens in the game. Period, right now, man. And I think we're living in a time period where I'm so glad that he's enjoying his success independently. Because hearing him say, I didn't really do shows this year, but I did that so that I could stabilize my independent business from home. I said, oh, that's some DIY shit. That made me so happy to see him say that.
You know, he came out. We did Shapes Fest at Navy Pier, and he came out for a Shapes Fest because Renzel produced The Waters. Mm-hmm. You know, he made The Waters for him. He worked on it was another one, Mirror. No, not that one. I think it was the Mirror album. He worked on a couple joints out of that. Pieces of a Man, he worked on a couple joints on that. Mm-hmm. And it was the one before that. But him and Mick, they like this, man. Renzel started a lot of people here, like 10-day album started out. He made Prom Night on there. Mm-hmm. He got joints with Saba, No Name. Like, he's a profound producer, man. And I'm like, the way me and him locked in, like, we like brothers. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm trying to, man, bro, you deserve to be on a high, whatever pedestal, bro, of producers, period, bro. So me and him, we like really, really locked in. And that's him and Mick, like this. They like best friends, you know? So they like, you know,
I just want to make sure that no matter how much notoriety and fame comes with this, I just want y'all to eat, man. I want y'all to eat. Not saying you're not already doing that, but I'm saying in general, like, I want to make sure that this is the era where it's
we not eating off this shit right now, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now on this. Hey,
I wasn't even trying to pull that information. I was just saying in general, like, I want to make sure that no matter what happens, like, that's why I don't get so impressed when somebody tells me, oh, I got 1 million something streams, because I'm thinking to myself, I know how much. I know that's only $3,000 for some of these platforms, right?
Come on.
And I know how expensive this is, dog. The setup that's sitting in front of me, most producers, engineers would laugh at about how minimal it is, and it's still about $5,000, $10,000 worth of stuff in front of me, right? It's expensive to do this. You know, and I'm curious, before I play this next record on, bro, I made a post the other day, and I want to kind of get your point of view on it, in that I got this theory, because I've been around rappers my entire life. I'm a rapper myself, and I treat this craft very seriously. Like I had a crazy situation last night where I ended up on the phone with Deontay Kyle, Mavi, and Ab-Soul. And it just showed me how long I've been around this. And Mavi's gonna come up, and it's amazing to see the stuff that he's doing. But I say this, I think that a lot of artists, and I'm not mentioning them, but a lot of artists are afraid to ask for their music to be bought. They're afraid of selling their music because I think on a spiritual level, on a psychological level, they feel like it's selling out, or they feel like they're not deserving of the kind of money people will put out. I seen Mick Jenkins was going off on somebody who just wanted to be a troll, that basically was saying, like, I don't think your vinyl is worth whatever the price was. And in my mind, I'm like, you and I just both acknowledged as students of this, as respecters of lyricism, as lyricists ourselves, we just said he's one of the best writers of our time, and you are trying to finagle him for what price? That's how we treat our best. I feel like there's a lot now where there's people that are like, yo, give me the opportunity to pay a little extra, and I will, because I got it and I want to support you.
Come on. Man, I'm wholeheartedly, my album right now, you could buy it on Bandcamp for $9. I get 7 out of those $9. I'm all for selling your fucking art because of how much energy it takes to make this shit. Man. Like how much money it takes, how many 11-hour shifts I had to work in order to just push forward and keep myself afloat, to push these videos. To, if you go to my page, all them videos, all them photo shoots, them shit not free, bro. That shit not free. Hold on. You know what's coming. The button was coming. You was cooking too much. You gotta. Okay, continue. Now this is facts. Man, this shit facts, bro. Even though, like, I'm with an independent label called Closed Sessions, but it's a keyword, independent. Like, that mean the money is coming straight out of the pockets of a man. There's no endorser behind what the fuck we doing, man. That publishing costs money. That shit costs money. Thank God I had an electrical apprentice job. I was giving me some decent pay, but the thing was I had to travel 4 hours and 2 hours and be gone 5 days a week. I'm trying to cram in them videos that everybody see. I'm cramming in 2 days to get a lot of shit done. I'm calling off work sometimes. Like it was a true grind for this shit. That's why that little $9 that's little, bro, that should go a long way, man. They don't know. They don't know how hard that hit, especially in them times where you spent a lot to make this look like what it is. And man, it's insane to me that we live in a time period where the same people that'll say I'm not paying for music will not even bat an eye when they walk in a Guitar Center and they say $572 for this interface, these plugins, these yada yada yada, and they be like, cool. But if music's not worth anything, why are so many people making money off of it? Exactly. There it is, right the fuck there. Even the tech companies and streaming, they pay us 0.003, but they see a business, and if they get a bunch of artists that are on there, music must be worth something. Music is worth a lot of fucking money, to the point where they got AI motherfuckers and they not even gonna sign them to a contract, because what the fuck the robot gonna sign to? They just gonna take all the money. I'm finna look. I want to get your brief thoughts on this before we get to this record, but what are you thinking of AI? Because I took a whole nother angle now, where I at first I was outraged like everybody else. I was on Timbo's head for the stuff he was doing. I found out the producers and singers. I love that video. That shit pissed me off. The Chinese girl, the video, talking about she was broke. Tata? Girl, yeah, like, girl, shut your ass down. Talking about you been just talking about we had to come up on the shut your ass up, Chat GPT, Anna. Nobody want to hear that shit. If you don't knock this shit off. Enough is enough, Timberland. All right? I'm gonna call you Timberland. I'm gonna call you the shoe until you put your foot down and knock this shit off. But you know what? I changed my whole philosophy to where I'm like,
I'm finna just start snapping. I'm just finna just start clowning. Because I had a thought the other day when I seen Beanie Siegel was like, he's using AI because after he got shot, he lost, the control he had over his vocal cords, right? And he used it as a tool. I said, see, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you use it as a tool and not as Viagra for your music. And then a thought came to me. I said, the people who struggling with prompts got epromptile dysfunction. That's a skit. Let's run it. So I say all that to say I got a whole lot of skits now planned. It's just about to be hilarious moving forward. But what is sort of your AI thoughts zoomed out in terms of where it's at? Do you feel threatened by it? Are you using it as a tool? Where you at with everything?
I don't feel threatened by it at all because the robot can't replace a human soul.
Hello.
That's the bottom line, But other than that, I just be feeling like sometimes I do feel sorry for young singers and things of that, like for real, the women singers for real, because you can sit up there and put Kalani and everybody into a machine and create a vocals and they sound crazy. Like, but for rap, it's like we gonna know it's cheesy, my nigga. Like rap, you can't even play with us.
You can't
like
do that. No,
I think that's why
go
over there. Huh?
No. I think that's part of the reason why they've been on this campaign about getting rap out of the charts. I think that's part of. I think that's the play. I think that we can't do that AI shit to that, but we can get rid of it. And if we get rid of it and make them believe that it has no relevance, that everybody has rap fatigue and all this shit that they try to say it was, now it's easier to now bring in the things that you can AI-ify. Country music, R&B music, lo-fi beats, jazz music. They figured that part out. But this rap shit, no, it's too many things that go into it. They tried it with, what was old boy's name? What was that dude's name? Remember they had the rapper that sounded like Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Yeah, the robot dude with the green hair.
With the green hair, and he was saying all kind of effing Mecca. And they found out he was coded by a white dude. It looked like his name was just like you know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
Racist like a motherfucker, man.
They had a picture of effing Mecca with all his shit on, and the dude who coded him was like this. I say you gotta be out your damn mind. So I think we're in a place where it's good because they didn't know how to treat. If you think of hip hop as a woman, they didn't know how to treat her. They strung her out. They abused her. They exploited her. Okay, now it's in the hands of individuals like Recoechi who know what to do. They know how to treat her. They know how to give her a home cooking. They know how to love and nurture it and speak positivity over her because she needed. She didn't been through the craziest of industries. I feel like it's back in the hands of us, and she got a beautiful support system. You got artists out here like Rhapsody and folks out here that are really treating this craft and saying, this is our golden age, this is our renaissance.
Come on, because this is our renaissance, man. Rap is going back to direct to consumer, man, whether people see it or not.
Yeah.
It's like you really got to go out and intentionally buy from us, man, because that's the only way we gonna be able to keep it going. That's all that's want to walk in, motherfucking Family Dollar, see us at the cash register, my nigga. Like, or you want to see us out there on these big stages? Like, where you want to see us at?
And if you send me a Dollar Tree, you better not say shit, because you know how I got here. You know how I got here.
Don't pull that camera. Hey, I got look. This is the producer right here. This is Renzel Wade, studio owner right here.
Okay, there it is, man. Pleasure to meet you.
There it is,
man. Big fan.
That's him.
Man, I appreciate it. Yeah, now y'all
That's the man right there.
Y'all doing incredible work. It's a pleasure to have y'all both here, but y'all are doing incredible work, and we just want to make sure we highlight what y'all are doing.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Man, you're doing big for the artists, man. I appreciate what you're doing for the artists, man. We need this. We need more stuff. Like, we need more people like you, bro.
Yeah.
So
come on.
We came up on Rap City, but Rap City ain't here no more. But we here.
Man, come on. Talk about it.
Yeah, y'all niggas came up on Rap City. I was LimeWire, man.
You was LimeWire,
man.
Oh man, you and Daniel Eck. You in 106 in Park at least.
Yeah, what I said.
Okay, we good. You wasn't quite Teen Summit, but you was one of
Yeah, Blind
Freestyle
Fury,
Friday.
nigga.
Yeah. Okay, you seen Blind Fury? Okay.
Blind Fury. Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm not mad at that. Look, the whole purpose is you had the tail end of that experience, and I think that's part of why your art sounds the way it does, is because you remember a time period where it was like it was an event to listen to new music. It wasn't just an opportunity for some folks to tweet about it and say, like it was a experience that said, yo, so-and-so dropping something. So-and-so's been kicking ass the last 6 weeks on Freestyle Friday. I need to see what they're going to do. I love that because I feel like we're getting back to that, except it's not BET that's providing it. It's us TV. It really is us. Like, it really
TV?
is us TV. It
TV
really is
on what?
us. Curtis King TV. Like I was talking to Deontay Kyle the other day. I'm like, grits and we are creating these atmospheres and these environments where artists feel like artists again and not like clickbait machines.
Come on.
What's the
It
purpose?
gotta be that, bro. We ain't really moving the needle, man. Like if artists gotta speak more, man. And I feel like we all seeing it now where every artist that we done grew up with is now eating. So I feel like some of them have forgot, like, yo, it's still niggas down there in the same spot that I was in.
Yeah.
Let me pull these motherfuckers up, man.
Yeah.
That shit is rare in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Today. It's not a hip hop fucking community. It ain't none of that shit. They tried to do that shit before, but all them niggas got egos. You could see that shit was gonna deteriorate. So it's like we gotta make our own now. And I promise you, I'm getting up there, bro. Like, man, great glory to God.
Yeah.
And if God is willing, we changing this shit. Period. Like that's all we on.
Yeah, I think the scariest part is when you look up and realize what you've been looking for, you've been not groomed, but you've been prepared for. Like you've literally everything that you said. Like I found myself complaining about my favorite rapper, 3 Stacks. Like, man, I can't wait for him to release his album. This nigga done released everything but a rap over the last 4 or 5 projects. He not coming down that hallway. But Curtis, you still got a passion for rapping and you got stories that you want to tell. Maybe what you've been waiting on is your damn self. What you gonna do about it?
Like a rapper like he a Gemini too. A rapper like him though, man, he found peace. He found tranquility in himself.
Can't
you know,
fight
like
that.
he ain't fucking with this music shit, man. You just seen the P. Diddy Reckoning, man. Ain't nobody fucking with that shit, man.
Who knows what he's seen either? Like who knows what he experienced firsthand?
Come on.
Hold on, if I'm not mistaken, it's funny we talk about that in the Diddy situation. If I'm not mistaken, Diddy was the one that suggested he took his shirt off in that Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky music video.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I'm gonna turn you into a sex symbol. What kind of suggestion is that, Diddy? What kind of
real shit? The man that worked on The Life of Pablo, what was the song 3 Stacks and Kanye? Life of the Party.
Life of the Party. Yeah.
Twilight Tone. I was in Miami with him.
Yeah.
You know, and I asked him about that. I'm like, man, if you don't mind, I'm gonna ask you about that.
Yeah.
You know, because he made the beat, the beginning of how it come on and stuff, putting little sound bites in there. He was like 3 Stacks, like he was hurt by that. The first, the first version that came out.
Yeah.
So imagine you being that vulnerable on the track, talking about your mother. You got a motherfucker just come in and just say some goofy shit. The way he came on there was talking about Drake and shit. Bro, we talking about our deceased. I'm talking about my deceased mom right now, G.
And I don't pop
Your
out
mind somewhere else.
I don't pop out for everybody.
You know, I don't pop out for everybody. Your mind is somewhere else for you to even sit up there and make that bullshit ass verse, bro. You fucking up the game with that shit. You hurting motherfuckers' feelings with your ego, my nigga, because you want to prove you the best rapper.
Yeah.
You know, but you can see even the hurt I got in me, how I'm speaking right now about that shit.
Oh no,
you that's
got
one of my favorites.
You got a different hurt because you actually from Chicago, but I got a different hurt because it was like that shit is the most 90s sitcom when you realize your hero is a jerk. You know the kid that be like they meet their favorite football player and they like, can I get an autograph? Scram, kid, get your ass away from me. Like it's that kind of shit where it's like, what she say to me? Like, am I gonna have to whoop my favorite? Am I gonna have to whoop my hero's ass right now? So
I'm grateful.
I get it.
I'm grateful Twilight Tones even shared that with me, man. He said the Twilight Tone deserves so much credit, man, for the shit that he didn't put out and did in this fucking industry, bro. And Man, bro. But yeah, that's a whole nother story. I'll count him.
I think that he definitely speaks to. I think that speaks to also the shift that you represent too, right? To end that on a positive note, I think it talks about what he sees in you. For somebody who has worked with the likes of people we can still consider, no matter how much we don't like the people they've become or displayed themselves as, they're still legends in what they do. He sees it and looks at you and says, no, this is where I need to be at. To the point where he's comfortable enough to share them kind of stories, man. Talk to me about this song Bro featuring Mike DFG.
So this is like I feel like for me, like my mans always say, man, this is a victory lap for the big year you've had, and like I'm like, man, that's I started looking at it like that. I'm like, you know what, it is, man. It's also it's a fun track. My man, he produced it. He produced both halves.
Let's go.
Both halves. When you hear it, we just disclaimer for this one too.
Disclaimer what? Disclaimer what? What we doing now? What we doing now?
Hey, you want to tell him? You want to tell him?
What, Michael Jackson's supposed to be on his hook, and he y'all gotta stop doing too. You gotta stop doing this too. Who else on this one? Who's supposed to be on this?
Man, we waiting on the West Side Legend, man. Saab, man. He just got off tour though. He just did his tour. He about to knock it out the third verse. But the guy named Mike DFG that's on here, man, this is a young guy out Chicago. He is doing his fucking shit. He's amazing. His music is phenomenal. I support him with my whole heart. And I'm like, man, dude, I want you on this track. We came in the studio. Zell made the first half, and I'm like, hey, we get on this first half.
So you got Sab on? You got Sab on this?
Third verse. But it's we waiting because he just got off tour. He just did 3 Blue Note shows back to back, bro.
Crazy.
Gotta give people grace. I'm learning that in this industry. Gotta give them grace.
You got Mr. Everything was great. Everything is great. I was listening to that today in the gym. That's one of my favorites.
Come on.
Waka wanna be said that wanna be. I was like, oh man, yeah. All right, so let's listen to this, man. On Bro.
Yeah. On Bro.
The best to ever do it. Shapes Gang. Shapers for life.
See bueno. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna need y'all to step out. I'm gonna need y'all to step out like that. Hold on, this shit should not have dropped like this. I'm gonna need both of y'all respectfully to step out. One more time, please.
Shapers for life.
That's him, man. That's him.
See bueno.
No, it's playing.
Yeah. Music theory genius, nigga. Whoop. I'm lit to the motherfucker in this bitch. Yeah. Hop up on the track like Moose, but ain't shit sweet, nigga. You could get your pop goose. I'm sipping my Remy Mob while I'm spitting my papoose. When I'm sipping on that dark, this shit get dark like dropping deuce. I'm about to drop these nukes, tell Zell come drop the clues. At the police in our city, we could never drop the blues. Forever 7 growth for development. Used to go see the reverend till I found God in melanin. I could never umbrella bend. These niggas from my city passive on their asses. My mama was struggling with cashes. I dropped out of classes and then start rapping perfected craftsman. Then became a blacksmith. I never thought that I would see the day to see a blacksmith. Stuck up in the matrix, seats 1,000 guns. How many homicides up in your city? 1,001. These niggas let it rain away the pain 1,000 tons. Come watch me change these narratives about the East Side slum, my nigga. I'm shaping all the time, nigga. Fuck we on. We got the gangsta dance song, nigga. Fuck we on. I got the certified plans, nigga. Fuck we on. To understand, we got the plans, nigga. Fuck we on.
Just pick up my phone and call that bitch. Who shit y'all niggas on? We peeping gang, we gon' call all that shit. I'm here too many opinions about my people. We gon' smoke all that shit. Just me and my girl, just want to little bitch.
Okay, first thing first is the president ain't talking about shit. Don't know what to call that bitch. US use us for everything, but return none one from. They call that pimping. Some don't send that shit. They verses, we go ahead delete all that shit. The MCs waiting on the perfect time. I'm filmed, they ain't trying to hit none of that shit. Like what? Who would he poppin' like this? These weird ass niggas ain't talking about shit. Like what? When I'm poppin' my shit, don't make East Side gun this bitch like Shape start really gon' shine. These gotta see odds, we really align. I done took all the steps, we coming for mine. This prophecy scope that you see is divine, you dig?
Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro.
Got my chicken like Popeyes, Heartburn Cold to Chicago winners, Pull up in an all-white Bronco, really feel like I should play for Denver, Really got the juice, ain't finna wife no crack, I'm really that nigga, Get us some cream from my queen, she pull up on me and she leave like a blizzard, Really just carving new lanes and shit. Vince Carter shit might put my arm on the rim, might you go hang from the bitch. Bet not fuck with a bro, or you might catch a kick on some shame and shit. Seeing my ass on the beat like Mike, they been on that Calvin Cambridge shit. Been out speaking my name, little bitch, you did. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro. Everything shaping up, swear to God ain't no changing us on bro.
If Saba don't get on that, I'm finna put an unreleased version, unofficial release version. You should never send me no open verse. I don't know what you was thinking. I don't know what you was thinking. They be like, "Oh shit, you got something with Rico Shy?" I'm like, "Yeah, kinda." Man, round of applause for both of y'all for the work that you're doing. Incredible. I think one thing that's undeniable that I can hear at least, and I listen to a lot of music on here, is that you can tell when somebody is a master of their craft. You can tell when somebody puts love into the process. I recognize it as a producer and an artist myself. So when I'm listening to this, not that y'all need me to say that, I'm just saying I that's the first thing I get from there is the master craftsmanship and the amount of time that goes into these ideas, the amount of fun and vitality you gotta have to say, hey, what if we just took half of this beat and just like made it harder? What if we just had a, you know what I'm saying? Like what if we just took this beat that's already phenomenal and just, I don't know, like diss some more
He'll
crazy.
be looking at me like I'm crazy, man. Like, he'll be like, what you mean? I'm like, this whole beat right here, like it's good. But we get it. It's the energy and the dynamic. That's what it's about. I think we got to tell the story sonically as much as he's telling the story, through his words. So that's really what I'm on every time.
Can I ask you this question, especially for all the producers in the space? I want to get your perspective on this. How do you? Because there's a lot of producers right now who have been trying to produce their way for artists that are not going to be, in my opinion, the next wave of artists that we're going to hear from. We're going to hear from a lot more people that are from, I guess, the tier of, they're not going to be on the same level, but then the same branch, I should say, of a Recoechi, Rico Shy or Mick Jenkins. Rico Shy. I got it. I had one I had one out of 10. I'm good.
Can't be messing my
Rico Shy. My mind moving a million miles per hour. Rico Shy. What do you think is the key to providing production around them?
Man, well, I think it's true relationship for real. Like you have to cultivate a relationship with these artists. It's not just something that I'm like hitting them up on Instagram and I'm sending them beats and like that's how we've made these records. These records got made after hours of conversation, hours of no, that's not it. Hours of that's it. Like it's not just sending it in 5 minutes. We got it. Like I think we have to really think about how we cultivate relationship while we're doing the music. Why are we making music? You know what I mean? And it's like what we doing here at Shapes, shout out Shapes, is really about community. So like that's what I'm huge on. So I think with any artist that I've produced for that's what I stuck to was how was our friendship too. Like you can ask Mick right now, I would talk to him about his day before we started making music.
That's so crucial. That's so important.
And he used to be, and he'll be like, man, what? Like, bro, stop asking me. Like, go make what's the beats? Like, play the beats, nigga. Like, and I'll be like, nigga, I have to know. Like, I want to know how you feeling. Like, what I should play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
we be like pseudo therapists. That's our job. That's our
you
job.
know what I'm saying? Like, damn near. So like, and I learned that early that I was like a therapist. You know, like, but
but you know what? You know why that's so on point, and it's funny because like artists don't recognize how much they do this. But how many times do you hear an artist as you engineer a session say, "What I'm feeling, man, I just feel like this beat could be, man, if that shit just hit like." Man, what I
right.
And they're using their hands. They're being auditory, kinesthetic, and visual with the way that they describe things. You're literally sharing your emotions as if you're in a therapy session, because that's what gets the best creativity. So when you ask these questions, like, "Yo, like, what's your temperature? How you feeling? What's good? How your day been?" Even that irritated reaction make you feel like, okay, you just want to get to work. So I'm not gonna do a lot of talking today.
Right. Yep. Even that showed me, you know what I mean? Showed me what he was trying to do right then, you know. But it's like you gotta adapt. You gotta know how to adapt within these conversations, within people, just like your social skills, kind of like, you know, you gotta know like who is. And I think I just learned to produce anything that I'm working, not just to produce people, produce the beats, produce the conversation, produce everything around me to get the best final product. And that's like literally how I think about my life all the time. So
man,
I think all producers keep going. Oh no, what you was saying?
Just salute to what you know. And I wasn't gonna try to interrupt you, but yeah, it's a little
delay.
delay.
No, I appreciate you, bro. Man. Shout out Studio Shakes, man. This is where it's at. If you ever in Chicago, man, this is where you come get them type of sounds from. Holla at us for real, my boy Recoechi. We real live.
Hey, can I come to your studio and stay for 2 weeks straight? Is that unforgivable?
Yep. Come on. Only you.
Is that unforgivable? Look. Round of applause for y'all both, man. Round of applause. It's incredible. Last but not least, man, tell these people how they can connect with you. Tell them what to look out for. Because I learned today through Recoechi how much of an environment being on Twitter is, and it's got me thinking twice about why I'm on there. Like you got me like really like looking at life differently now. I was like, damn. I was like, a lot of the artists I've been tapping in with, like the younger artists, like they don't be on Twitter, and I was like, damn, it kind of felt like the days of Facebook when they started getting there. He was like,
yeah, no, dog, that ain't it. But y'all can get it. Like, real talk. I be on Instagram, man. I just had like my mans in them run stuff on TikTok just because TikTok is a platform that I feel like all of us should be on still. Still posting shit on TikTok. You never know. It's a different type of consistency you need on TikTok.
It's so frustrating.
It's frustrating, bro. And I ain't gonna lie. I found I say this, find your niche. But for me, mine is Instagram. I post everything on there, even in my story. I update every single day. But as far as posting and stuff like that, like what we got coming out, like I said, I was in Miami to go out there and record with Bun B. I just landed a track on his album.
Just something casual, just something light. You said with Bun B?
I was in there with the legends, man.
You're not allowed to just sit here and just talk that shit like that's just some normal day occurrence. You know, I was
every rapper out there. If you rapping, Bun B made 13 verses in a day. I seen him write
13 verses in a day.
13 verses in a day. So just to tell y'all like real shit, if you really want it, hey, if you got an opportunity, nigga, you know all of us ain't employed and all that shit.
13 verses a day while still running one of the most popular burger joints in
Look, I'm gonna tell you about the day for him, man, because he told me about the day. The man we was in the studio till 3, 4 in the morning, man. He had a whole activation of the Trill Burgers that he had to be present for at the complex joint at Art Basel. Leaves there, goes to the studio, have all these art, records the whole Trill Static 5 in a day. Him and Static Selector. Shout out Static Selector. That's a guy that's been really looking out for me on the scene. Like he look out for me like crazy. He called, hey man, come through here. We hit him. We come through when he asked us to, man. He flew me out to New York my first time.
Wow.
Like went out to New York, performed at the Bushwick Festival. and he let me rock the mic in front of like 10,000 people, 10,000 people out there at the Bushwick Festival. He has been a very, very, very profound, instrumental person in my career. But we was out there locked in, man, and Bun B was present the whole time, like locked in, writing. Like he responded to me. I'm like, hey, what beats y'all want me on? He like, man, I don't listen to the beats. I respond to them. Just go ahead, go ahead, let's get it. Like, damn, let's go.
Hold on. Let me look at something real quick. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look at something right here. Let me look at this really quick as I ask you this next question, because this is one of my last questions. Bun B is 52 years old. I say that respectfully. 52 years old and grinding better than that. Sound like he putting in more work than some 20-year-olds I know. Who? What example does that set for you, especially as you're so early on in this journey for yourself?
Man, Tyler, I'll say this: it was so many artists in there. Tyler Kweli came. Busta Rhymes sent his verse over while we was in there, called in and gave a whole breakdown of how Bun B, how hard he worked, how quick he is able to come up with a pen. I'm gonna send you the video to your phone after this.
Oh wow.
But,
okay.
The shit was like insane, man. Like, but it really showed me like, man, because I'm still on a high from that. Like I'm off 2 hours of sleep. I got off the flight today. Right. And then I gotta go out to New York on Wednesday for On the Radar and stuff. On the Radar, I got a show at SOBs in New York. What's
your rap life right now? What the hell are we talking about? What is your rap life? I always ask my homies who are moving like this. I'm like, what is your rap life right now? What the hell are we talking about? You say, Bun B, man, that's crazy. He had an activation and a status selector, man. He always looked out for me. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to On the Radar, right? And I'm you know what I'm saying? Like I'm
a lot of work, bro. A lot of work, man.
I might go get a cheesecake from that one place the band went to, but like I ain't really feeling like that, so I'm gonna just what is your rap like? And then you got a project coming out the next week after. Like, this is insane.
Man, but think of this. We just recorded the album. They just recorded the album Saturday, bro. I did not leave out that room. You never know who's gonna walk in. I didn't leave out that room. I did not leave. I did not want to leave out that room, bro. It was a whole live. They live streamed the whole thing, so you can go back. You can watch it right now.
Oh wow!
They live streamed the whole thing. Monster, Trill Burgers.
Yeah.
I think it's like Temporium. It's Static Selector, tequila that he got. Man, and like not even like Static, since Static went live with it publicly. Like Static brother passed at 4 a.m. that day. And so he still stayed at the fucking studio, G.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I'm just like checking. I'm like, man, you good, bro? You good? Like, man, you straight, man? Like, I'm just looking. I'm like, man, dog, like it's crazy you still in here. But I came to get the job done. Alex RTC, the one that locked in with Bun B. And so that's how I was even able, like, man, Bun just sent us the address, like, man, pull up everything live on the spot recording.
Wow.
But real talk, man, that's why I'm like, even you being on this interview with you means a lot to me, more than a lot of shit, bro. Because, like I said, I've watched you for the past 2 years, bro. I'm not bullshitting, bro. Like, I've watched you for the past 2 years, bro. You have been instrumental in my thinking of an artist. And to give me hope to see that it is art. It's people out here that still love hip hop, bro.
Yeah.
It's people out here that still care about the craft, bro. It ain't just transactional like this Chicago shit be sometimes.
Yeah.
And so, like, me personally, bro, like, I'm grateful for you.
Likewise.
And real talk, the shit has been, like I said, since this album come out, I ain't been getting shit but like blessed, man. I ain't been getting shit but blessings, bro. Blessings, bro. And like I said, like, we going out to New York for the On the Radar. I'm dropping the Act 2. Like, I just had a meeting with my team today, and since like it's like I'm gonna give an update about Act 2, because it's like I don't really know where it's looking like, because the Orchard, we going out there to meet with the Orchard and shit, but they like, man, we want to give it a stronger push because of your momentum, and if we can do that, we could push it because we're about to go on holiday break. It's quarter four is ending right now for all artists.
It's the most challenging time to release a project is the time right now. It's
the most challenging time, and they like, dude, where your momentum at, we don't want to like put your shit out, and it's this, like, the body of God deserves a great rollout. The body of God deserves us to be able to push it to these different platforms and things of that nature. And it's like, I had to humble myself and be like, Man, I agree. Okay, divine time. I gotta, cause I'm so thirsty to get it to the people, but it's like, hold on, God got something else for you. Chill, relax, nigga. Chill, relax.
Yeah. You
Like,
didn't
take your time.
You didn't come this far just to come this far.
Yeah, and I don't want to have no misstep or nothing, but like real talk, man, that like real talk, Buns, like man, I got you on any verse. Thank you for coming out here, and for him to be a legend the way he is, and the humility of him, bro. Like my first big feature is not in Chicago, bro. It's from a guy in Houston, not just the guy, man, the motherfucking Godfather, writing the guy,
the guy,
the Godfather that write a motherfucking verse in less than 30 motherfucking minutes, man. And real talk, man, I'm so grateful, bro, right now. I'm on a high right now still, but like we got work to do. We still got more work to do. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, y'all. So anybody that's tuned in right now, like we just getting started. Nigga, I'm on Curtis King TV.
Let's
nigga,
go.
On the interview, nigga.
Let's go.
On the break.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on.
First of all, thank you. Because I don't think a lot of times, I think my community does a great job of this, where my community understands the work that we do here. But sometimes when you go broader out and people who don't understand why we put the focus where we put it, they call us purists. They'll call us, people who are stuck in some time period. And really what the foundation of this is, and it's funny, it started really coming into fruition to me after the battle when we started talking a lot of culture here. But then also, too, when we started doing music reviews, and we did a review on JID's album, right? On Jiz's album. And for him to be like, to get in that DM and say, what I appreciated the most, I watched the whole video, was the integrity that you guys have. To have Punch here, knowing Punch ain't gonna just talk to nobody from TDE, right? He ain't gonna talk to just nobody. Having that conversation and him saying you have an important voice, and I look at these things and understand the responsibility, but I also understand, aside from just platforming and making this up, I have to stay active. So I'm glad that you said a thing about the coach, because it reminds me, like player coach was a thing. Bill Russell won a championship like that, right? As a player / coach. And I'm looking at this place now where it's like, dog, we are living in the DIY age where if I wake up today and I want to produce, go produce. If I want to make some content, make some content. If I want to go do 16 bars or do a feature or do a song or do an album, go do that. Put it all on the table. I think that's important. But man, I'm glad that I'm glad you sent your music to us. I'm so grateful that we've been able to get here early, because I know in a year, I believe these things will be looking dramatically different. We already see where you're going. I would just say this, man. What you're experiencing right now in a very odd way is what I am experiencing in my own way in this media space, and that when you vibrate higher, it starts to magnetize people who are there on a daily. So I don't know, for whatever reason, I wanted to share that with you. I think you already know that, just as somebody who's an empath. But when you vibrate higher, there's people that I had within my network a month ago, but I was vibrating low because health reasons and other stuff was going on. You vibrate higher. It's one of them things where even if you don't believe in the spiritual aspect of it, believe that recency bias is at least a thing, where if people keep seeing you, you'll stay at the front of their mind. And then I'll be like, yo, I gotta hit Rico. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hit Rico. Oh yeah, I meant to hit you. All of a sudden you getting them calls from Static Select, or you getting them calls from, the Bun B's of the world. So I absolutely salute you. Just know we're gonna always hold it down for you on this channel, and we looking forward to hearing this project next week, man.
Man, I appreciate y'all, bro, man. I appreciate everybody, all the DIYers, man. Like, we really do this shit ourselves, bro. I'm telling you, that I got a team to help me put my ideas out to the world, man. I'm telling you, I'm so on it every day. And just Curtis to have me on this motherfucker, man, I'm grateful, bro. So, coming to you live direct from Chicago, Rico Shy.
Ain't the last time. I'm gonna hit him up next year, and when he gonna be like,
I'm sending the song straight to you when they send them disclaimers.
Please, he's gonna react to that too. He gonna watch. I'm telling you right now, in a year, I'm gonna hit him up like, yo, man, we love to have back on the platform. He gonna be like, oh man, I gotta go to the night show. I gotta go to the late night show, bro. Like, I just be tired, bro. Like, man.
I'm tired right now. I'm on 2 hours of sleep, bro. I'm tired as fuck, bro.
No, this is.
I don't care.
Hold on. Shout out to Afro Butterfly. Whenever you out here in Cali, man, I would love to link up with you. Do a Flocation episode like we did with Mick. Mick came out here earlier this year, and that was a classic episode where we do kind of the sit down interview, but then also we cook up on the spot. So if you down for that, you let me know.
I'm working with John Monopoly right now to get out there.
Okay.
To do something.
Let me know. Let me know, man. One more time. Recoechi. Remember that name? I feel like we're going to be referencing this and being like, Curtis, remember when he... Yes, I do. And I heard it then. And I knew it then.
I'm front and center for it, brother. I'm front and center for it.
Come on,
so I love
man.
you, dog.
Love you too,
y'all,
man.
man.
All right, y'all take it easy, man. I'll talk to you soon.
You too, man. Talk to you soon.
DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.